Hey, this is Chef Danny Kievit with Leave It to Kievit, hanging out here today with some very cool people at Cosmic and LeRoy and Lewis, hanging out with Smoke Game Strong here. Yeah, we're about to throw down on some barbecue. We got pork chops, a couple burgers, some incredible looking tacos, and some good sausage. I am very, very excited to be hanging out and spending the day with this guy.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Let's get down on this food.
Let's get down. Dude, the fat in this pork. Of course, I started at the bottom because that's where the fattiest piece is. But the way they rendered it in that, oh God, look at that. You know what they say though, sauce is boss.
Barbacoa here is fantastic. Little salsa on there, and a great little tortilla. Super legit. Can't go wrong.
I like how they bring out the freshness with the tortilla and what's the green sauce? Like a little salsa verde, it's spicy. Fresh onions. But dude, this pork.
The fat on this just literally dissolved. Peaceful pork. This is legit right here. Best pork in Texas.
Look at that grind in there, man. That's beautiful. I'm not even gonna do sauce. I'm gonna eat it over this bread. Oh my God, look at that. And they cook it perfectly. Oh, with the pickles. I love a simple burger. Meat, cheese, pickles, onions.
It's the best.
Oh. Man, that is a legit burger. Do you know what their grind is?
I have no idea, but it's soft and perfect.
I guarantee it's got brisket in there.
Oh yeah, it's a brisket. It's they're brisket trimming, so it's a brisket burger. Yeah, for sure.
I mean, that's what I think is also awesome about barbecue. You know what I mean? There's so much opportunity to use everything that you got.
Yeah, he has a YouTube that he shows them like using everything. You know what I mean? From the bone, no waste, zero, all around.
Like you were talking about ramen pop-ups and stuff, you know? I mean, using the bones for making the broth. That's the way to eat a burger. Let's try this taco. You know, tacos are important. To me, tacos are like, they're a staple food. You know, as a chef, all I eat is tacos in the kitchen. But, you know, taco to me, people are like, I don't like tacos. I'm like, how can you not like tacos? Like, taco is the same as pizza. It's the same as a sandwich. It's the same, you know, it's the same as a...
I literally eat tacos like sometimes like twice or 3 times.
I mean, you can eat tacos every day.
You know, I mean, but like multiple times a day. You know what I mean?
Totally, dude. You get tacos for breakfast, tacos for lunch. They got breakfast tacos.
It's a staple in our house, that's for sure.
That is money. And these are cheeks.
I like how they slice it too and serve it. You ever get it like that? Like
the sliced cheek?
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
It's insane.
Cachetes, man. When I was little, it was Mother's Day, and I served my mom Mother's Day breakfast. Mr. Rogers taught me how to make eggs on the microwave. Excuse me. Completely inedible. The whole breakfast, completely inedible. But the reception that I got from my mom, you know, that feeling of power that I created, stuck with me, and it's all I've ever done.
Yeah, I just always been cooking and grilling mostly for the last, 15 years. You know what I mean? Ever since, moving away from Pennsylvania is where I grew up. I grew up in the Pittsburgh area. And then I moved to California for 10 years. I lived there and then been here for 4 now. Okay. So, but always been grilling, like just always anything open.
I mean, there's a connection with something that dates back to like when we began of fire and food, you know? It's so cool.
It's like, yeah, it's my favorite thing to do.
You know what I mean? And that's a thing that I love about food is food can invoke a memory. It can like make you feel, you know what I mean? And this connection that we have with fire and food takes us back to like, makes us feel real. You know what I mean? I love it. All right, so we were talking earlier and you'd mentioned that you're from Pennsylvania?
Pittsburgh originally, yeah. Every time somebody asks me, I'll tell them I'm from Pennsylvania and they're like, oh, Philly. And I'm like, no, Pittsburgh. It's kind of 2 different areas. You know what I mean? Yeah. I feel like it's, when you think of Philly, it's so close to New York. Like the influences are there from the influences where I grew up. You know, like just the food in Pittsburgh is completely different than anywhere else. You know, it's very like, I don't know, it's very Pittsburgh.
So do you have a Pittsburgh dish?
Oh, dude, like they sell like on the streets, they sell like pierogies.
Okay, so it's Russian.
It's like it's German and Italian, very German and Italian. So I'm from super small town, grew up there, and then I moved to California when I was 22.
What part of Cali?
Orange County. I was in Orange County for 10 years. I was always grilling mainly, you know what I mean? Lived in apartments, so like community grill area. I would always take my stuff down there. Always cooked everything on the grill, the vegetables, things, you know what I mean? Like it was a one-stop shop. I'm like a two-bolt type of, I need like 3 items to cook, you know what I mean? Very simple.
Everything over fire though.
Yeah, everything over fire. So like getting to know you now, I want to like get into sauces and stuff like that. And mine are always basic meals, you know what I mean? Very flavorful, but not like that chef, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can't tell, you know, chef it up, you know what I mean? So I'm excited to, you know, do some collabs and start chefing it up. But yeah, man, and then I started Smoke Game Strong a little over a year ago here in Austin. And I just launched with a Come and Smoke It event. And ever since then, they've all been called Come and Smoke It.
Come and Smoke It.
Yeah,
Are you going to go to Gonzales and try and do one there? That would be cool.
So yeah, man, just start throwing the events, and it's been a success ever since. So we're planning the next one for April 23, April 29th for Shoot 4. So another one out at Lake Travis where you grew up.
Oh, yes.
You know, right there
Windy
at
Point, right?
Windy Point.
Windy Point, what's up?
Love Windy Point. These people owned it since the 60s.
Yeah.
You know, that's, you know, those people have been there forever. And they're like, you know, this place is for people to come and hang out. You know
That's back when Hippie Hollow was cool.
Yeah. It's right down the corner. Same thing, you know what I mean? Bunch of, you know, cool hippie people that just want people to enjoy that space.
I mean, Lake Travis is beautiful. Limestone, clear lake. It's crazy about Lake Travis. You can't, something about the lake, I don't know what it is, but you can't see deeper than like 10 feet into the lake. The sun won't penetrate.
It's because it's like 100 feet deep.
It's crazy. Yeah, in the center, it's nuts. It's that's what it is. It's a water reservoir.
Yeah, it's super deep in some areas. I know that. He said there's fish down there.
Yeah. Biggest cars. Biggest catfish is biggest cars.
So somebody said it. I was like, yeah, funny. He's like, no, I'm not kidding. He's like they're as big as cars. I was like, oh, I'm not going.
Especially by where Windy Point is, because it's close to the dam. So tell me about your philosophy of cooking over fire. I mean, fire.
Oh man, I've been, you know, I got fortunate to hang out with some cool live fire cooks here in Austin. You know what I mean? My friend Arturo, who's been on like live fire food. I'd watch him cook cabritos, seen him cook a whole cow.
Yeah.
And I see my friend Alfagoni cook a whole cow over fire. So, you know, just getting to know these people that, you know, have been doing it for so long. I've learned a lot quickly, you know what I mean? Because just hands-on training, you know what I mean? Pretty much.
And the barbecue culture is so fun. I mean, like people sitting around in the yard, talking and drinking beer.
Totally, yeah. So I love a live fire event, you know what I mean? Even that stuff out in Lockhart when you just, any food festival is just.
So live fire, the words live fire, those were put together over the last, like what, 10 years maybe?
Yeah, I think so. You know, I think it's been getting pushed more recently than everything else. And maybe some people aren't sure of like, what do they mean? You know what I mean? You know, but people that know, but like, I still feel like people are like, what's that mean?
So what does it mean?
Just cooking over, to me, it's cooking over wood or charcoal. You know what I mean? Okay. You know, it doesn't even have to be open fire, just more direct.
Yeah, using the fire.
Instead of using something that's just smoke, like an offset is the only heat source is smoke penetration to me. You know what I mean? If it's on an offset, because it's just smoke. More live fire would be whether it's on a cross, you know what I mean, and it's underneath, or a direct heat cooker with charcoal underneath, you know, like whole hog cooking.
Yeah, totally. But so do you think that the live fire cooking takes more attention to detail?
Yeah, I mean, to me, honestly, I like it more. It's better. Like, I like the flavor more of live fire.
When it's kissed with fire.
I just, yeah.
And I like what you said too. You know, you got the spit, you know? So that might not be directly hitting it's the ambient or the push out heat, right?
And it can still get smoked with smoked flavor, you know? Yeah, for sure.
I mean, and I think that's cool how that sort of like Argentinian style, like asado cooking has kind of come into the barbecue world.
Yeah. I have some friends from Argentina, so I've seen them cooking. I've traveled with them when I was in Spain, you know, for like 2 weeks, and, you know, just seeing how they cook in just different culture. And then knowing them now and watching them cook on their stories and you know, with their asado outside their house. And I'm just like, man, like this is, it's just the flavor that I like. You know what I mean? Also, you know what I mean? It's just a great flavor.
I mean, there's something wonderful about and with the new style that we're talking about with the live fire. You know, now this is bringing like the Argentinian influence in, stuff like that. You're getting like the chimichurris and the stuff like that.
And even like steaks, you know, like when people put them in cast iron, it's not I want it over charcoal. You know what I mean? I like it getting kissed. I always cook Wagyu steaks realistically. So I want the fats to drip and hit and flame. You know what I mean? I'll cook once in a while inside, you know, and do the cast iron, but I like it over.
You ever do the cast iron on the fire? So then you get all the.
Yeah, it's still to me. I want.
You want the grill marks.
I want the flame that kicks up, and I want it to drip and get that smoke flavor.
And I like that you said that you like to cook vegetables over fire too. You know, I think that's kind of a lost art. You know what I mean? Not a lost art. I think it's a like being realized now that how important it is.
And it's so much easier than you don't have to cook in 2 different places.
You don't have to wash as many dishes.
Yeah, exactly. I'll wrap stuff in foil if not. You know what I mean? Whether it's chopping up potatoes and things. You know, I'm trying to use one heat source to cook everything, you know, at the end of the day. I'm trying to simplify my cooking as much as possible. But with you, I'm going to get more complex. So that's what I'm going to learn. Yeah.
So you say you have a space that you do quite a bit of cooking at, right? So I can imagine that you've got some grills and stuff out there.
Well, I mean, I just pop out. Honestly, I'm all over the place. I'm cooking in front of my house sometimes. I have a little back area, but I never use it. And then like, I got a Weber on the back grill, but yeah, no solid like layout, which I'd love to have one day, you know. But I'm always cooking somewhere though, you know. Yeah, whether it's out front, out back, they're just displaced all over.
I love cooking. So what do you think about sides for barbecue?
Oh man, it's all about the sides and barbecue, you know. Today here they have a kale salad that's really good. That's what I would have went with on the sides. I didn't try their hash ever, but I would have did the hash in their kale salad.
And their kimchi was good too.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I love fermentation.
But I like a little bit, you know, it just as like a garnish. You know, as a whole side, I would, you know what I mean? It's like I can only eat a couple pieces of it and that's enough for me. Yeah. Just as like a little garnish on top, you know. But I'm all about the sides. If you ever been to Interstellar, John got the sides of
he's good.
My favorite sides for sure.
I mean, he's done really, really great as a pitmaster. I know him. And
we got to try his pastrami burger. He does a pastrami burger that looks like that, but it's Thursday. I think he did it Thursday and Friday last week, but I haven't tried it yet. But it got like a Russian sauce and stuff. It looks.
I remember I used to go like I think it was Fridays, but we used to go almost every Fridays and get their pastrami because they would always, or it was either Friday or Sunday. I don't remember, but that's how I fell in love with that guy.
Well, I got his brisket pastrami one time.
Yeah, he did, and he also did the bone, the rib, for a while. He was doing the pastrami rib, which is incredible.
Yeah, shout out to John Bates. He's the man, dude. He's the man. I want to cook down Zilker in the park. You know what I mean? You know?
That would be super cool to do like a little pop up right there.
Right at where the polo area is, right by the disc golf. There's like you can see the city. They have a grill right there. They got the tables and stuff. Just take down, you know, the chud pit or something, you know, and cook right there.
I think the influence that barbecue's had on food over these last even 5 years has been huge. I mean, I think Cade really brought something to Austin too whenever he started up CM Smokehouse.
It's just he's doing like Wagyu burgers and like the Wagyu that he's getting is insane.
And he's such a nice guy. In the United States, where is your favorite region for barbecue?
I mean, Texas is king. I mean, we're right here at the best places for sure. Just because they're all so different. You know what I mean? Like we got burgers and a pork chop today and the barbacoa tacos. You know what I mean? And this was like the top, number 4 or 5, you know, on the Texas Monthly list. It's like, you know, it ain't all about ribs and brisket. You know what I mean?
Hey, once again, thanks for joining us today. This is Danny Keevitt with Leave It to Keep It, hanging out with Smoke Game Strong here at LeRoy and Lewis, the number 4 on the Texas Monthly list. These guys killed it. We had a great time today. Good conversation.
Great time.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Great food.
I love learning about his stuff, barbecue, and then us creating new ideas. Look for us in the future. It's going to be fun.
Definitely.
Peace out, y'all.